Morning. What's up, guys? Welcome. Your FieldlessChoice.com daily hit and run show for Wednesday. What's today? Wow, August 24th. Wednesday, August 24th. Split slate day, MLB. We're just going to cover the main slate, like always. Sorry about yesterday. We had no show. We never have shows on Thursdays, probably Friday, but now with college football starting, some of the schedules are going to change a little bit. So I'm not sure about week 0 yet, what I'm going to do, but I'm definitely with week 1. We'll be having live streams for college football, plus a lot of the showdowns during the week, especially when MAC action starts. MACtion, we'll be doing shows for that. So college football is our thing here at your Fielder's Choice. But we're here for MLB. Great night last night. Wasn't anybody's watching live? Welcome. But good night last night. Pretty much ran it across the board. So it's been a tough couple of days, but I don't know. Let's get back at it today. I'm not really playing this early slate, but main slate, it's a good slate. Early slate's actually got good pitching. So I did see there's like 3 really good pitchers on the early slate. And if I was going to play a lot of the early slate, I would be pretty much looking at those 3 main guys, and that's it. You got Snell, Luzardo, who's the third? George Kirby. Those 3 guys, I would be running my lineups. Maybe a little Logan Webb and Cole Irvin if I'm doing some MME. Even though Logan Webb's turned to a gas can, but I do like Webb over Kyle Wright today. But it's a core slate, and Texas is really cheap, so I'm not really interested in that. But tonight, though, we're rolling. But check us out, yourfielderschoice.com, $25 a month, all sports included. Jump on the deal now before it changes when football starts, but that gets you everything. EPL has been winning. They have an EPL show every Friday morning at 9 a.m. College footballs will usually be Thursday nights. But I'm just not sure about the first week here. But of course, you have NASCAR. You have Eric's NASCAR. It actually just dropped me a note. I think there's a change in times for NASCAR this week or something. Xfinity's Friday night, Cup Series Saturday night. Oh, so they're in Daytona. So final race before the playoffs for the Cup Series. So any of you NASCAR people, check us out. I'm always seeing winning lineups room at YFC. I've been playing a little bit. It's been throwing some optos in, but they've been cashing. But I said, we have UCL soccer going on, baseball, and then football is coming right around the corner. So let's hit baseball though today. I don't see much weather for tonight, so I think we got a pretty straight set of 8 games on FanDuel and DraftKings. Vegas quick. We're gonna run through this really quick today. So Vegas right now, implied runs. I have the early slate up. Implied runs, 7:05 p.m. night slate. It is the Phillies, 5.7 runs for the Phillies as they're facing the Reds. I don't have any interest actually in the Reds, but Phillies-Reds game. Then after that, we have the Blue Jays at 5.3 runs. They're facing Boston. They're at Fenway. That's Jose Barrios game. I certainly am not using Jose Barrios in any kind of cash lineups. They're probably even GPPs, but it's a Barrios game. Big favorites. Then you got the Dodgers, of course, 5.3 at home against the Brewers. You always face the Brewers. Brewers are terrible on the road, better at home. That's Andrew Haney game, so maybe some GPPs there. Then you have the Cardinals, 5.1. I think the Cardinals actually dropped a 10th. They opened at 5.2. I think the Cardinals are probably my favorite stack tonight. Cardinals are facing a total gas can. This kid's a career minor leaguer for the White Sox, Luke Farrell. I did some research on him this morning. Just a bad pitcher. So expect the Cardinals to me gonna be the highest implied when it's all said and done. Then you get the Astros 4.6, a Valdez game, and then White Sox 4.5. So according to Vegas right now, the Phillies other team 5.7 against Cincinnati. That's a TJ Zook game. I watched TJ Zook pitch last week. He's a big kid. Actually a talented kid. When he came through Toronto, he actually was a decent prospect. But he's been hitting up. He's in Philadelphia. He's right now giving up the highest implied runs to the Phillies. On the money line, biggest favorite of the night, minus 278. So we're getting close to 300. That's the Rays, Shane McClanahan against the Angels, of course. I wasn't expecting. I knew Shano was scheduled to start. I was figuring they're going to pull him because they have been very careful with Shano Mack here. And right now he's still scheduled to start, but it's been a while since he's gone less than 6 days between starts. Last time was 7 days. Before that, it was 7 days. So the last 2 starts, Cleveland, Detroit, 7 days. And this, though, has only been 5 days. His last start was on the 19th against Kansas City. When was the 19th? Last Friday. So, but as of right now, Shane-O's still starting. So Shane-O McClanahan is the top money line starter, minus 278. Then we get the Phillies, minus 250. That's Chris Sanchez. So I have no interest in Chris Sanchez, who's been around a while. Dodgers, minus 255. Andrew Heaney, GVP pitcher. Astros, minus 240 favorite. Framber Valdez, so I'm definitely interested in. And then it's down to the Cardinals, minus 225, and Miles McCullough. So I actually have some interest in also. Okay, so that's Vegas. I still expect that Cardinals line to drive up. I have no idea why it's that low, but it's only at 5.1. Okay, so let's get on to pitching right now. So right now, pitching, as long as Shane McClanahan is starting, I'm looking at 2 main pitchers tonight for cash. If I can get them both in, and the way value's been lately, the way DK has been very lazy with their value, or actually worse than FanDuel with their pricing, Shane McClanahan right now is my guy. Definitely. Well, he had a couple rough outings. He seems like his last start, he was kind of back to normal again against Kansas City. But still, I think just looking at his overall, his overall work for the season, McClanahan's your guy. I mean, he's got to be. Coming off probably his best start against Kansas City. He struggled a little again against Baltimore and Detroit, then that Cleveland game definitely, but he gets the best matchup on the board at home against the Angels. The Angels strike out against lefties. 308 Woba, 140 ISO. He's in the trap. Definitely probably the number 1 pitcher park on the slate, at least number 1 or 2. So roll McClanahan confidently against the Angels. Now, where do we go with our SP2? Right now, I'm looking at me as Valdez. I'm a Zach Gallen guy, definitely. I like McCollis. But I think right now it's Framber Valdez. He's been dominant. And he's got something like 11 straight quality starts, something like that. 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12 straight, 13, 14. Oh, it's more. Never mind. He's got a lot of quality starts. So Framber Valdez has got a million quality starts this season. He's been consistent. This guy is just a guy just throw out there every day. His price is 10-4. So you're actually rolling 22 grand in pitching, but we should be able to get the value. 12 wins a season. 2.272 ERA, 1.14 whip, and he's not giving up home runs, 0.4 home runs per 9. It's a career low for him. He's a lefty. He saw just 2 earned runs over his last 2 starts, over 14 innings. And the only downfall, the only blemish I could see on Valdez tonight is he's pitching Minute Maid, and he's a little bit worse in Minute Maid than he is on the road. Now I got to look that up because I'm pretty sure, because I know a lot of these Astros, him and Garcia, a lot of these guys do have definitely home away splits. I think Valdez is a little bit better road pitcher, I believe. Okay, here it is. So on the road, at home, 1.28 whip, on the road, 1.06 whip. ERA 3.51, 2.23. So he is better on the road. But I think great spot against Minnesota. Minnesota, such a trolling team. But right now they're striking out 22% last 15 days. Not a big strikeout team on the season, 18%. But still, 292 Woba. Terrible against lefties. Last 15 days, 155 ISO. I love Framber Valdez tonight. I'm going to try to get both those guys as my main lineup. Now, do you have to go that way? No. You can definitely roll down to my guy, Zach Gallen. Great matchup against the Royals. The Royals now all of a sudden are striking out. Remember, early in the season, we used to say, oh, well, the Royals are a bad team. They don't strike out. Well, they're striking out now more. 6th most against righties. And remember, they just lost Vinny Pasquantino, too. Probably be their most one of the most, well, I mean, you got Salvi there, but probably the second big powerful bat. So, but Zach Gallen's been great. I've been praising him since day one this year. Last 5 starts, 1.69 FIP, 1.13 ERA, 0.78 WHIP. K rate of 31%, 10 Ks per 9. So if you find you have some bats and you can't get to Valdez, McClanahan, no problem dropping $900 to Zach Gallen over Valdez. I do like Valdez, but I definitely could drop to Zach Gallen at 9.5. I haven't made a lineup yet, so I'm not sure which way I'm gonna. I mean, but it's got to be Valdez. Valdez, it's just his work all season. When you got a guy that's every single start is a quality start, you just roll it. Okay, but once again, Gallen's in play. Who else we have? Miles McCollum, I think, is in a really good spot. I think he's probably my top value pitcher of the day. When it's all said and done, I'll definitely have him in some lineups. Let me see. He is beside the Coors game. Last 2 starts, he's in that Coors game, he allowed 14 hits in 2 innings. That totally crushed his ERA. But after that, he's bounced back 2 straight 8-inning games against the Brewers and then another 8 innings against Arizona. Both starts is 8 innings, allowed 2 or fewer runs in both starts. This kid's an all-star. Another workhorse facing the Cubs in Wrigley. So right now, the wind I'm seeing in Wrigley, the wind is going across. It's not going out. So he should be in a good spot. These are the Cubbies right now, striking out 24% last 15 days, and then a slate worse, 27% to righties on the season. So McCollum definitely at 7.9 is my top value, definitely. There's not much to like here once you get below these guys. Brady Singer, okay, I don't mind Singer. Singer's been on a roll, but he's 9.2. Definitely playing him. Lucas Giolito, no interest in it at all. Reverse splits pitcher, terrible against righties. I actually probably be looking at Baltimore as one of my favorite stacks tonight. Jose Barros, another gas can. If I'm going to go really low, I'm going to give a shot at Mike Myers at 5K. Only because of price. Only if you're MME and say you're making 20 lineups, you want to get a complete, like a Dodger stack in there, or maybe like a Astro stack or something. Throw Mike Myers in one. Myers came in. Remember in 2020, Myers had a really good season. He had like a 2.1 ERA, 0.90 WHIP in 2020. He came up from the minors this year. The one game Tuki Toussaint had a chance to start, was getting crushed. They brought Myers in. This was last week. Brought Myers in. He pitched like over 90 pitches. He gave a bunch of runs, but he looked good. And he does have a bunch of new pitches. I was reading about he's got some off-speed pitches now that he's using a changeup and a curveball now. He's usually pretty much like a one-trick pony in AAA. So going up against in the Trop, Pitchers Park, Rays team, low WOBA. We know the Rays will strike out. So Mike Myers, only GPP, only multi-entering, but I would give Mike Myers a shot. Definitely not using this guy in cash. And that's pretty much it. I'm looking at McClanahan, Valdez, Zach Gallen as my cash, and then maybe mix up with a little Miles McCollum and GPP, and Brady Singer. And that is probably Andrew Heaney. I guess Andrew Heaney. The problem is I'm not sure how much his last 5 starts is only averaging 4 innings per start. Great strikeout guy. Great strikeout pitcher. 12.8 per 9. Gets the Brewers on the road. Gets the Brewers at Los Angeles. Brewers are terrible on the road. But once again, I'm just worried about his pitch count if he's stretched out. So Andrew Heaney, GPP only. And then you really want to get crazy. I said I won't do it, but Barrios. He is pitching better now lately. Numbers may not show up, but he is pitching a little bit better. He's in a pretty good spot though. And he's got I see a 35% chase rate over the last month. So 7.2. I guess he's playable in GPPs. But I just don't mess with Jose Barrios. To me, Jose Barrios is gas can. Once again, multi-entering. You throw him in some, throw Giolito in some. I've never thought Giolito's been a good pitcher, and he's actually showing it now. So there you have it. Add Heaney definitely to your GP. I forgot about Heaney. Add Heaney to your GPP bucket. Maybe a little Barrios, but mainly McClanahan, Framber Valdez, Zach Gallen, and Miles Michaelis. That's my top guys. And I might try this Myers kid, career minor leaguer, in some of them, making a bunch of GPPs. All right, it's pitching. I'm not sure how many people we have live today, so any questions, don't throw them out there. Let's go around the bases. Boy, Miles Michaelis has got some good numbers, though. If McClanahan doesn't go for some reason, I probably end up running a Miles Michaelis Valdez lineup. Even though, like Zach Gallen, I love that Michaelis 7.9 price. So keep your eyes on McClanahan. Right now, he's starting. All right, let's go around to some bats. What do we have? Start with catcher, even though we don't like catcher. We got to start with catcher. I'm not sure if any ownership is up yet. It's kind of early, 10 a.m. Let me reset to see if we have any ownership up yet. So any BVPs for catcher. I hate these split slates, but I get some of these names mixed up. Wilson Contreras hits Michaelis if Contreras is in the lineup today. He's got a really good BVP against Miles Michaelis. Will Contreras get hurt or something? Well, he's not popping in my as a projected starter. Now he is. Okay. So Wilson Contreras, GPP only, but I delete Michaelis, but Contreras 7 for 19 lifetime with a bomb, 368 batting average. Not bad. Martin Maldonado. No, never mind. He's got a low BVP. Okay, so only Wilson Contreras if you like a BVP guy, like looking at BVPs. Overall, probably JTR is probably your top catcher. Your top catcher, JT Realmuto. $5-6 a lot. I can't pay $5-6 for Realmuto, especially if I'm going to go like a McClanahan, Valdez. But Realmuto against Zuch is in a total smash spot tonight. He's your guy. 197 ISO, 345 WOBA, 266 batting average against righties. Righty split, reverse split. But last 3 games, 3 straight double-digit games, 16, 12, and 12. I'm hitting 390 over the last week. Last 20 games, hitting 329. 4 homers, 15 ribbies for JT Realmuto. 329 ISO, 433 WOBA. These are all elite numbers. JT Realmuto is definitely your top catcher on the slate. You want to be a little bit different? Adley Rutschman, definitely against Giolito. Adley's a switch hitter. So Giolito's a reverse splits pitcher. Just remember that. He gets crushed by righties. So Rutschman is in play also. Great numbers against righties. Rutschman, 238 ISO, 401 WOBA. Probably the best advanced metrics splits on the slate. Rutschman on the position. I'm sorry. Will Smith against W.D. Smith against Hauser. 235 ISO, 367 WOBA. Definitely in play. Salvy's in play against Gallen, of course, but GPP only. But JT Realmuto is your play. So you probably want to get different. You probably want to get a value tonight and need somebody cheap. So we're going to go. Of course, you got to look at Christian Bethancourt. As long as he starts, Bethancourt is on fire right now. He hit a home run on, 2 days ago? Did he have a home run last night? He had a home run last night, right? Why is my stats showing him not having a home run last night? I know he had a home run last night. Am I going crazy here? But if Bethancourt doesn't start, of course, you have the other Tampa batter who's hitting really well, Francisco Mejia. Mejia's been hitting, both catches been hitting good. Didn't Bethancourt hit a home run yesterday, Eric? My stats have not a home run last night. I lose my mind. Yeah, 3 in a row. Hope I'm not saying some other crazy stuff here. Okay, so he's your value play. If he doesn't play Mejia, definitely. Either of those guys, great spots tonight. PJ Higgins, definitely. I look at PJ Higgins as Michaelis. He's got some decent splits. I'm rolling with a Tampa Bay catcher tonight. Especially against Mike Myers. That's it for Catcher, of course, Alejandro Kirk against Bello. You can roll. Kirk's back in a little bit, 320 over the last 7 days, but he's still hitting only 221 over his last 20 games. But he's in play, but run a Tampa Bay catcher for your value and move on. Get out of catcher. JT's your play. Definitely get JT in your stacks. Okay, first base. Okay, I do have some ownership finally. Okay, first base for one time. Once again, finally, not a course. It's nice not to have a course slate here, even though course was good to me last night. But who's your top first baseman? It's got to be Rhys Hoskins at 4.7. I've been playing Rhys Hoskins all year. He's become one of my favorites. Might as well just keep rolling him out if I have the money. It's righty, but it's TJ Zuch. They still got 220 ISO, 329 WOBA. So Hoskins is gonna be your top play. I mean your top ownership popular play. You don't have to go there. You can run a Cavan Biggio against Bello, only 2K, and run a punt at first. Vlad at 5.7 against Bello, definitely. You got Free Freddy out there. Jose Abreu is way too cheap. Abreu and Eloy Jimenez are below 4K now. So you got Jose Abreu against Spencer Watkins. I didn't mention Spencer Watkins at pitcher. I guess you could run him if you're running a bunch, but as a punt. But I don't mind Abreu at all. He's just way too cheap. He's righty, but still. 197 ISO, 367 WOBA on that reverse split. Not bad for Jose Abreu. Ryan Mountcastle. Mountcastle, probably one of my home run calls today. I guess Giolito. Giolito cannot, it said bad against righties on the reverse. I like Mountcastle tonight. Who else we got? Derek Hall. I think Derek Hall is a really good spot if you want to value. This kid's only 2.9 on DK, 2.8 on FanDuel. Yeah, Hall's a play. 264 average, 550 slugging, 846 OPS. I mean, he rolled through the minors. He definitely has power. Great value tonight. So either Mountcastle or I'm gonna go all the way down to a Derek Hall. Of course, you can. I didn't. But Morena's against Valdez, so no. You can go to the You can go to the Bellows. You can go to Freeman's because Freeman's facing. He's facing Adrian Hauser, I believe now, right? I think it's Andrew Hauser now from Milwaukee. Freeman, great spot though, 5.5. But I think Derek Hall is a great spot. Paredes a decent one-off. Part of a Tampa stack though. Rowdy Tellez, no, lefty. Okay, so first base it comes down to here's what we're gonna look. I think Freddie Freeman's your top play, then Rhys Hoskins, Derek Hall is your top value, and then Mountcastle. I may end up running Derek Hall as my guy. I didn't mention Goldie, 6'2". Now let's just get this Luke Farrell clown out of the way. Luke Farrell's been terrible. He's just a career minor leaguer. And right now, looking at Luke Farrell's splits, this is why the Cardinals are going to be very popular. Especially Cardinals lefties, guys like Nootbaar, Gorman. Farrell got blown up in the minor leagues. This is his first major league start this year. But in the minors, he was getting destroyed. 3-4 in the minors, 5.03 ERA, 1.46 WHIP. So load up on cheap Cardinals lefties tonight. And then Pujols. I got to mention Pujols. I still like Derek Hall tonight. But Pujols at 2.3, I guess she'd be fool not to even mention not to roam. So Hall or Pujols. Now I start naming a million names. Okay, but still I think Freddie Freeman's your play out there. Your top play if you have the money. Okay, second base. Second base is kind of grubby tonight. Biggio is seeing the ownership right now, over 60% for Cavan Biggio. I'm not playing. I wouldn't be playing Biggio. You know who one guy I always play? One of my favorites is Donnie Barrels. Hall was sent to AAA. Oh, thank you for the Eric. Really? That's news to me. All right, so obviously Pujols is your top value. So getting back to second, Donnie Barrels is my guy. I mean, you're not going to get a million home runs from him, but I play Donnie Barrels a lot. Donovan Solano. You can play Solano at second, or you can play him at third. But he's a guy that every time he's always getting 3 hits. He may get you 9-10 points, but that's fine. That's fine first place. But I'm a big Donnie Barrels fan. Anybody else though at second? Altuve against Bundy. Johnny India, of course. Johnny India is a great play on FanDuel. Definitely a good play on FanDuel. John Segura. I like India. And then I think also maybe like a Max Muncy. Second base is trash. Not a bad matchup against Hauser. So is Ty France now second base eligible? Am I seeing that right? Oh, never mind. He's not even on a slate. Very early slate. Okay, so when you got Kevin Biggio, what's your top ownership guy? You look elsewhere. So that's maybe Donnie Barrels. Segura's a good spot. He's 4-1. Josh Harrison is always in play. Good veteran. He never hurt you. Christian Arroyo's is still only 2-6 against Barrios. Rather see a lefty against Barrios, though. Maybe Nolan Gorman, but Gorman's 4-8 now. Great spot, though, against Farrell, I guess. Second base is pretty much trash tonight. I don't mess with Ketel Marte. Some of these guys. Let's look at BVP. Anybody at BVP stands out? Polanco hits Valdez, 5-14. Not bad. Altuve does hit Bundy, but you're paying up for Altuve. No problem with that. But once again, I'm looking at maybe a Solano to be different. All right, sorry about the Hall information. So I was wrong, Hall. Hall is in the minor leagues now. So Albert Pujols is your top value. All right, so we'll just trash second, find a value play, something that fits for you guys. See when the lineups come out. Maybe we'll get somebody in the middle of the order that's different. But Johnny India is always a play too. Like I said, great match against Chris Sanchez. Okay, third base. Do you want to pay up at third base? Yes. I'm paying up at third base. Nolan Arenado's a stud. I'll know that. He's the guy. He's not seeing the ownership. He never does. Moncada's carrying all the ownership right now. Moncada, Muncy, Brendan Donovan. Brendan Donovan is cheap, or Breggs. To me, it's Arenado or Bregman. Bregman right now is playing out of one of the hottest hitters on the planet right now. After he got beat up so much all spring, most of summer, he's finally turned it around. But he's rolling right now. 350 over the week, 378 over his last 20 with 6 homers, 19 ribbies. Had another bomb last night. Check out this Wobble ISO combined 842. 218 WRC plus. 218. That means he's better than 118% of the players in Major League Baseball right now, hitting better. Great spot for Bregman against Dylan Bundy, righty. Arenado was 5-6, so Arenado is $800 more than Bregman. But Arenado, another one, crushing 342 over his last 26 homers, 21 ribbies, 342 ISO, 448 WOBA, another 183 WRC plus. You can't go wrong with Arenado or Bregman. Now you want to be different. If some reason you want to catch value down there, I'm not dropping down at third base. But if you do want to be different, you got guys like, let me see, who Bregman's got decent BVP. No, he doesn't. To be different, maybe at third base, Matt Chapman, 4.7, but I'm gonna pay Bregman. I'm not gonna just the way Bregman is hitting. As I mentioned, Muncy's cheaper, and he can definitely hit Hauser. Hauser's coming off the IL. He's been on IL for a while, since like end of June. Bobby Witt's hitting, but he's going up against Zach Gallen. I'm not messing with that. Emmanuel Rivera, but Brady Singer's become a stopper there in Kansas City. So who else we have? I mean, Donnie Barrels is a third baseman. Moncada. What's Moncada? Moncada is back to not hitting again. 176 over his last 20, so I'm not messing with Moncada. I guess Alec Boehm's been hitting Kyle Farmer. Farmer's in a good spot. But wait, Farmer's third base eligible. Kyle Farmer, but he's hit 299 his last 20 games, but he's not hitting much lately at 3,700. I don't mind that. But that's really it. I guess Yandy Diaz, you can never go wrong with Diaz. So it seems like he lacks power, though, for me. Jose Miranda, but it's against Valdez. Pay up at third base, Bregman or Arenado. I'm probably going Bregman right now. I guess you got. I didn't even mention Devers. Devers lefty right against Barrios. Barrios is your classic trash splits pitcher. Against lefties, Barrios allows 245 ISO, 366 WOBA, sub 20% K rate, 40% fly ball rate, 30% hard hit rate. So of course, Devers is in play too. Normally you'd be just going crazy over Devers, but he's only hitting 250, 192 of his last 20 games. That's why, to me, you play Nato, you play Bregman, and then move on. Shortstop, Trey is always in play. Elvis Andrus is going to catch some of those. Elvis Andrus is only 2.5. 2.5 going up against Spencer Watkins. He's been around forever, knows how to hit a righty. I don't no problem playing Trey at 6-1, but I don't think you can get to him. So, Nico Horner, possibly against Miles McCollus if you don't pitch McCollus. Especially on FanDuel 2.7. I mean, Horner is hitting 322 at Wrigley. 322. 796 OPS at Wrigley. And he's actually hitting righties better at Wrigley. 333. 828 OPS. 363 WOBA. So Nico Horner is a definite decent play at shortstop if you're not playing McCollus. Bo Bichette, because Bo finally starting to hit a little bit right. I think he had a hit or two last night when I finally all woke up. Toronto. He's hitting 270 now over the last week. Yeah, yesterday he had a double, 2 hits, a double, 2 runs. Is Bo finally going to wake up? Jorge Mateo against Giolito, that may be the play. There's your play probably right there. Mateo at 3.9. There's your play. So I don't mind Nico Horner, but I'm going to drop $400 and go to Mateo. Last 20 games, 338 batting average, 417 ribbies. Combined 690 WOBA ISO, 172 WRC plus. Damn. And then who is he? And the best part is for a guy like Mateo is who is he facing? He's facing a pitcher who is total trash against right-handed bats and Lucas Giolito. Boom. Lucas Giolito against right-handed bats. 405 WOBA, 253 ISO. Fly ball like 38%, giving up 40% hard contact. I like Jorge Mateo at $3,800. That's my play right there. Boom. $3,900. All right, so Trey's your play, top play, overall pay up. But that's not bad. And then I like Nico Horner, and I like Mateo definitely. And he punts. I've been playing this Yu Chang a lot. Only 2K for Tampa. And goes against Myers. He'll get you maybe a hit, get on base. Don't expect much more than that, but all right, but Mateo. And he'll see a base for you too. Outfield. This isn't really a bad slate, actually. I kind of like the slate. I have been really digging the last couple of slates. Like the last show we had on Monday, I didn't like that Monday slate at all. Alvarez and Schwarber, your top plays. Definitely Kyle Schwarber. Alvarez, to me, all of a sudden I watched his last few games. He's not seemed right at the plate. Of course, now he hit bombs tonight, but Schwarber is your top pay up tonight for me in the outfield. If you have the money, that's your roll. Lefty righty, TJ Zuch, bang. Alvarez overall, is probably more of a cashy play, better advanced metrics at 406 WOBA. But he's sitting 310 over last week, but still 229 the last 20 games, but he just doesn't look great to me at the plate. Schwarber is more of a hit or miss, but great spot tonight for home run. Okay, who else we have up there? Cedric Mullins, great spot against Giolito. He's 5-1 on DK, but only 2.8 on FanDuel. 2.8. Over his last 10 games, hitting 333, OPS of 1.011. Lourdes Gurriel, great spot against Rich Hill. Especially on FanDuel. He's been really good against lefties. Lefties on the road. Hitting 333, 814 OPS, 353 WOBA. Great on the road for Lourdes Gurriel. Luis Robert. Nicky Castellanos. Nicky C's been really hitting the ball too. I researched him a little bit earlier. So finally, and he's definitely on FanDuel, 2.9 on FanDuel. Played Nicky Castellanos on FanDuel 2.9. But you can get Castellanos on FanDuel for 2.9. And then who's the other guy I said? I think it was Mullins. So over the last 25 games, Nicky C's hitting 347. Everybody knows he's one of my favorites. 4 bombs, 12 ribbies, 13-game hit streak, 4th highest in the majors. During that streak, 364, 364, 545 on the slash. Nicky C's a great play. Somebody else is playing tonight that's one of the top hitting streaks. Who is it? Kyle Tucker. Kyle Tucker, and Tucker's on a 15-gamer. Robert's on a 13-gamer. Gil Ramirez on a 9-gamer. So, but you may not get the Schwarber. If I guess drop down to Alvarez. Maybe you get both of them in there, especially if we're going to play in guys like if we're going to play in like a Pujols or something, Jorge Mateo. Lars Nootbaar, great spot. Lars Nootbaar, 318 over his last 30 games. That lead off against righties. He's facing a righty, Luke Farrell, who's getting trashed in Iowa in AAA. Smoking right-handed pitching, 244 ISO, 371 WOBA. So he's in play. I mentioned Gurriel. I mentioned Castellanos. T.O.'s in play. Kutch against Heaney, really? And yeah, I would say he is. Friedel against Chris Sanchez. TJ Friedel. Definitely. As your punt. Franimal against McCollus. You got to love Nootbaar, 2.6. Nootbaar's a cash lock. Then like a Randy Arozarena, he can hit righties, guys like that. All right, so that's pretty much it. Bomb call of the day is going to be, I guess it can't be Derek Hall unless I'm calling a bomb call in AAA. It's gonna be Oriole Mountcastle. Somebody against Giolito. So I'm gonna go Mountcastle as my bomb of the day. Okay, who's my stop stacks? Cardinals, of course. When you face a guy like Luke Farrell who's getting trashed at Iowa, you play the Cards. The Phillies going up against TJ Zuch. Phillies. Jays. Remember, Bell's got the opener, and then Rich Hill. So Cards, Phillies, Jays. And anybody different? I think they're going to be a little bit popular. There's nobody really different that I like. Maybe for some reason I could see Singer coming back to life one of these days. So maybe Arizona. Definitely be under-owned. I said Baltimore. Baltimore against Giolito. Baltimore righties. All right, so yeah, maybe Arizona a little bit. And thinking Singer, nobody's gonna play him, but Singer's been so hot, been so good. But maybe he's gonna have an off day. All right, I guess that's it. Thank you all. Anybody watch live? Thank you, Eric, for helping out. Once again, check out Eric's NASCAR. It's Friday night. And then Saturday, and then he goes to Saturday night for the regular NASCAR, so it's not Sunday. Friday night Xfinity, Saturday night Cup Series. If you're in Daytona, college football coming up. You have EPL show on Friday. A lot going on now. Now college football started. This is time to make money. College football's our sport, and that's it. We will be back. Not tomorrow. Tomorrow's split day. Probably Friday unless I do something with college football. But just check on. You'll see on YouTube on the schedule. All right. Thanks, everybody. Deuces. Happy Split Slate Wednesday for you.